My parents insisted that my sister walk down the aisle at my wedding first, so my husband pretended to go along with it. He convinced them to pay for the most extravagant wedding, effectively ruining their plan. Growing up, my parents always favored my sister, not subtly either. If she accused me of something, they believed her and punished me. If I accused her, they dismissed it. Even with undeniable proof, she received a lighter punishment while they found a way to scold me too. My birthday cakes had to be flavors she liked, not me, and my parents always denied knowing my preferences. They bought her more gifts, and we went to events she wanted, even if it was supposed to be about me. My sister was spoiled and treated me as her punching bag. When it came time for my graduation, my mom informed me they couldn't afford my college tuition because they were paying for my sister's. I was told to work after graduation and maybe attend college later, depending on their finances. If I stayed home, I'd have to pay for my expenses, some bills and rent. When I mentioned student loans, Mom dismissed it, saying they'd decide if a college was worth the debt, doubting my judgment and capabilities. I had been preparing for college for a long time, sacrificing social life for study because I saw it as my escape. I earned a scholarship, not Ivy League, but a decent college with full funding. To avoid interference, I announced my achievement on social media as I told my parents, even thanking them publicly. They weren't happy but couldn't stop me. College brought me happiness and freedom. I met my husband around this time, a man who loves resolving drama. We didn't care much about the wedding ceremony and preferred spending on a dream trip to Europe for our honeymoon. After our engagement announcement, my parents demanded to meet him. They grumbled about him and my judgment but eventually offered to pay for the wedding on the condition that my sister walk down the aisle first, in a wedding dress, citing tradition. My husband played along, pretending to agree and suggesting I wouldn't make a scene if surprised. They agreed to fund the wedding, thinking they were tricking me. Over the following months, my husband and I milked their offer. We chose the cheapest options for everything and then had my sister try them. My sister demanded the best, and my parents obliged. They thought they were controlling me, but we were getting an extravagant wedding for free. My husband even hired security without telling them. On the wedding day, my parents planned for my sister to walk down the aisle first. As guests arrived, they saw a woman checking names and then security. When my sister arrived in her wedding dress, security refused to let her in. My husband, playing innocent, denied any agreement and demanded proof, which they couldn't provide. My sister threw a tantrum, and my parents were left humiliated as guests questioned their bizarre plan. During the chaos, my husband's dad walked me down the aisle. The drama was intense, but it was satisfying to see my parents and sister face the consequences. They were eventually forced to leave, dragging my sister away. Since then, they've tried contacting me, but my husband insisted on keeping a paper trail. My sister messaged, blaming me and calling my husband a snake. He documented everything and shared it with our family, asking for support to stop their harassment. Since then, we've had peace. Though I wished for a loving family at my wedding, it was gratifying that they failed to ruin it and got a taste of their own medicine.